After seeing No Way Home and Andrew Garfield's amazing performance in this film, out of all the three Spider-Man, I felt like he was trying his absolute hardest here. Tom obviously is the MCU Spider-Man and has more movies to come, so he's good, and Tobey got his moments here, and he got his closure. But the one Spider-Man who feels left out in the spotlight and incomplete is Andrew. You see, in the two movies he starred in, the studio mainly took advantage of the director's vision, which ruined the character and the dialogue and basically any growth that Peter gets in these movies. Despite TASM 2 being the absolute worst Spider-Man movie amongst the Spider-Man films that have been coming out, there's like two really good scenes, both which are because of Andrew doing his thing and not dumb shit. And then we get No Way Home, where he is at his best here. Andrew easily is the best actor amongst the live-action Spideys, and after seeing him interact with the other Spideys and saving MJ, and honestly it made me want to see a version of Andrew where he stopped pulling his punches and is so broken. And this got me thinking that there are possible routes they could go with him getting back into the game. And as I'm thinking this, then on Twitter there are a bunch of rumors saying that Andrew is going to be in future Marvel projects, or maybe he's going to get a project of his own. We really don't know if TASM 3 is confirmed or not, but rumors are saying that it might just happen. And if that were the case, honestly, I don't think we should get TASM 3. Rather, we should get a show of some sort, something like Daredevil. We can have 12 episodes with each episode being an hour long, and this show can just explore and go crazy on the idea that Andrew is so damaged and broken. We know that he stopped pulling his punches at a certain time when being Spider-Man, but I want to see that shown in a show of his. You could tackle that in TASM 3, right? Maybe Andrew is broken and TASM 3 could still be on, and maybe I'm just an idiot. But the problem here is that TASM 3 is a movie, so it's going to be juggling a lot of other ideas. I feel like just having episodes dedicated to Andrew just being broken would work out way better. But I don't know, you guys let me know down in the comments what you think. Now let's say the rumors of Andrew getting another Spidey project was true. Who's going to be the main villain? What is the story going to be about? Stuff like that needs to be answered. Well, in my opinion, I think the perfect place for this series to take place would be a little right after where we last left off. I don't want the show to start off with Peter fighting Rhino, since he was having a hero type moment in that scene, and that wouldn't be really good for tone wise, because we're trying to make this a dark ass show. Have it start off with him fighting off some D-list villain like Shocker robbing a bank, but we see Andrew coming in to stop him. He would beat down the Shocker with ease, but this Andrew is different from the one we knew from either of the TASM movies. This one is a lot less quippy, not willing to let anyone get hurt, and instead of Andrew restraining the villain or clowning on him, it's not like that at all. Andrew's raw strength is cracking and breaking Shocker's armor, having his skin exposed, and Andrew is damn near close to punching Shocker a little too hard. But that's when Andrew stops himself, and he would proceed to web up the Shocker and get out of there. This could be the perfect opening to show that this Spider-Man is going through it right now. For basic plot stuff, it's basically him fighting his darkness and also going to college. He's still selling photos of Spider-Man to J. Jonah, who we should just have as J.K. Simmons because no one else should play that role other than him. And for the main villain, I think the perfect villain for this show is Chameleon. Think about it, what other perfect villain to use other than the man who can cause so much harm to Spidey's reputation and push Andrew into an even bigger rage? This story can literally be a chase between the two, with Chameleon taking advantage of Spider-Man's aggression getting the better of him. Like, Spider-Man sort of overpowered a lot of his villains besides Electro, so Chameleon not only would be good since he's a villain that could stir up a lot of drama, but Chameleon himself could psychologically mess up Spider-Man, which can give him the advantage, or he could surprise him since Chameleon is known for that type of fighting style. Also, it could be cool to see an actually skilled hand-to-hand fighter as a Spider-Man villain who constantly masks himself as other people, and Spider-Man himself to mess with his head. And let's say Chameleon were to figure out Peter's identity, we can actually take this a step further, leading into him using Gwen Stacy's own face against Andrew. Just the concept of that sounds too good to pass up, and it sounds like a roller coaster of emotions that I'm 100% down to go on. Tobey got his ending, Tom's story is just beginning, but Andrew genuinely needs this last opportunity to have a complete and whole Spider-Man, and not have one that's ruined and broken because of Sony. Marvel, give Andrew another chance, and if Andrew himself is watching this, you are the GOAT!